YouTube channel. In this video, let's try to understand a Python program. Write a Python program to find the second largest number in a list. So given a list of numbers, so what you have to do is just find the second largest number. So in this program, so let's ask a user to enter the list of numbers and then try to iterate all the items present in the list and try to find the second largest item. So yeah, so let's get started. So let me take a variable that is length equals to, so let's ask a user to enter the length of list. So let me use input function over here and let's ask enter a list length. Yes, once the user enters the list length, so it will be of string format. So let's convert it into an integer. So I'll be using a type conversion, that is int function call. So once we get the length of the list, so let's take a empty list, that is a variable, that is numbers list equals to empty. So this is a list that I'll be using in order to get the numbers from the user. So once we get the length and the list variable, so let's try to fill the list of numbers. So I'll be using for underscore in range of length, that is I'll be iterating from 0 to the n, that is a length of the list. So once we try to iterate, so I'll take a temporary variable and try to store the user input, that is let's ask a user to enter a list item from 0 to n. So this loop will keep repeating, so it will keep asking the user to enter the list item. So again, let's convert it into an integer. So once we get the temp item, so let's try to append the item to the list, that is numbers underscore list. So let me copy the same and paste it over here, and here I'll use the inbuilt function, that is append, and pass the argument, that is temp. Yeah, so this is the complete code to get the list into your program, that is a list of numbers. So once we get the list of numbers, so let's take two variables, that is first largest and the second largest variables, and assign the 0th item, that is the first item of the list. So let's take first underscore largest comma second largest, and let's assume first largest and the second largest are the, that is 0th item of the number list. Let's give 0, and again let's assume it as both the first largest and the second largest are the first item of the list. So now what we'll do is we'll iterate all the items present in the list and try to compare the first largest and the second largest. So we have to compare two times. One is for the first largest and the next is for the second largest, and try to assign the elements, that is the first largest and second largest variables accordingly. So yeah, so let's iterate all the items present in the list, that is for item in numbers underscore list. So this will iterate all the items present in the list, and as I said, I have to use two comparisons over here. First is to check if the item is greater than the first largest, so we have to swap the items. So let's take an item and check if item is greater than the first largest. So if item is greater than the first largest, we have to swap the second largest as the first largest and then first largest as a item, because item is greater than the first largest, so first largest will become the item. So let's try to swap it. So I'll take a variable, that is second largest equals to, will become the first largest, that is a smaller item, and yeah, so first largest will become the item. So hope you understood this if statement. So we are trying to swap if item is greater than the first largest, and now let's use else if. the item is greater than the second largest. So this is the second comparison we are doing, and what you have to check is if item is not equals to the first largest. That means the item is greater than the second largest. That means item will become the second largest over here. So let's directly assign it second largest equals to item. So this is the second comparison that we are doing to check if item is greater than the second largest. So we already know that item is greater than the first largest, and if it is greater than the second largest, so we have to assign the second largest to an item. Yeah, so these are the two comparisons that you have to do in order to find the second largest number in a list. So let's print it. So once the for loop completes, so second largest will be present in the this variable. So let's try to print it. That is second largest number in a list is, let's give colon, and here let's give second largest. Yeah, so this is a complete program to find the second largest in a list. So this is the first comparison that you are doing, and this is the second comparison with the first largest and as well as second largest. So let me run this program and let me show you how it works. So running the program, enter the list length. I have 5 elements. Let's give 1, 2, 3, 5 and 4. So you can see second largest number in a list is 4. So as you can see, I had swapped 4 and 5. Now let me run it again. So I have 10 elements in my list. So let's give 99, then 100, then 1, 2, 3, then 101, then 200, then 500, then 302, then 4. So you can see the second largest number in a list is 302. As we can see, the first largest is 500 and the second largest is 302. Yeah, so this is a complete program to find the second largest number in a list. So I'll give this code in the description of this video. So that's it in this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Bye.